Listening to some of the vloggers again. I almost don't want to listen to them because they're so full of shit. Seriously. First of all, if you live in the provinces, it's not living in the cities. Like the Dumagetti crowd, I love just trashing them. I was watching a guy today. He said, "Man, if you go to the cops, they're not going to listen to you. They're going to listen to the Filipinos." Well, just to tell you how much shit that is, yesterday a motorcycle hit the back of my new car. The kid took off. I followed him, got him to pull over eventually after like 20 minutes of chasing him. And believe me, he was trying to get away. So I said, "Okay, give me your license. Let me check it out. I want to make sure you have a license." He did. As soon as he did, I shoved it in my pocket. I said, "I'm going to take my daughter to work. When I'm done with that, 1 hour from now, meet me at the police department here in town." "Oh, but, you want your license back, you're going to meet me at the cop shop." So we ended up at the police department, and he was there. Like I could, doing just what you figured he'd be doing, you know. I walked in, the cop said, "Hi, sir, how are you?" I said, "I'm just doing great." I said, "You already know what happened, right?" He goes, "Yeah, you stopped and he hit you." I said, "Well, that's kind of right." I said, "We went around the corner and there was a tricycle in the way. I stopped. I didn't stop. I just stopped. He ran into the back of the car, put a dent in it. Then he took off all through town, up and down the streets, hiding, trying to get away. But I didn't get away. I drive faster." The cop looked at him and goes, "Really? Is that what happened?" And the guy goes, "Yes, sir." Well, things changed immediately. Kid says, "I need my driver's license." And I said, "Good. I need money to fix my car." The cop says, "You're right. You need to get your car fixed. Go get an estimate." I said, "I will. I'm going to take it to this guy we know. His name's Pakistan." Cop says, "Yeah, Pakistan will do it the cheapest and do a good job." Everybody knows him. And everybody knows me. So, if you know everybody and everybody knows you, you're in the crowd, I suppose. So anyway, the cop said the last thing he said, "Don't give him his license back until he pays the bill." I said, "Oh, I won't." And this is after one of the investigators said, "Let me have his license." I said, "No, I'm not going to give you his license." He's been here like they're my best friend. And I know all of them, most of them. I didn't know the two cops that we dealt with yesterday at all. I'd never seen them before. Both of them were investigators, higher up the ladder than just the patrolman. But they still treated me like I don't know, like I'm better than anybody else in the country. Only because I treat them normal. I don't treat them like they're, I just treat them like people, which is respectful to them. Even though my daughter got a little pissed off about it, saying that I should have been calling them sir. Instead, I call them by their name. They have a name tag. Tells you what their name is. Why do they have a name tag if they don't want to be called by their name? It's a good point. In the U.S., it's the same thing. I don't call a cop sir. Officer once in a while, but usually by whatever their name is. So, to me, I got to say, anybody who says that the police are going to take the side of the Filipino, horse shit. Maybe in the town of Dumagetti where it's all full of you stupid Americans or expats. Yeah, they probably do take the side of Filipinos because they don't believe your bullshit because they all watch your damn videos and you're always putting them down. Like that video I watched. This guy that I was watching, I don't know how long he's been in the country. A couple years, maybe. I don't know. Not long, I don't think. I mean, it's a sign of respect that all of the younger people take your hand and they bless it. It's like shaking hands, kind of. It's a little more personal, and all of the young children do it. My daughter's 23 and she does it to me every time she gets in the car, sees me. I feel like it makes me feel like I'm better than them. So a lot of times it kind of bothers me. I'm not better than anybody as far as I'm concerned. They are as good or better than I am. I'm in their country. So it doesn't work like that to me. But, it's just a weird thing all the way around, that you guys that don't even know what's going on in this country have these big channels that people watch, and you guys don't have a clue what you're saying most of the time. You're giving bad information. Oh, maybe it's not bad information for where you live in Dumaguete. I'll give you that. But in the real country, in the provinces, it's not like what you talk about. It's not even close. You can rent a house here for $2,000 a month. A nice house, 2-story, really clean, nice little house. I got a friend, an American from Tennessee. He rents the house. The police are nice. There's no crime. I've said this 100 times. There's no crime. I can walk around 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife's sister, she's in her 50s, and she walks around in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, taking her walk by herself. She doesn't have a dog with her, nothing, just by herself. Everybody says, hi, good morning. And you guys are like afraid to go out into your own yard half the time. You're in the wrong place, man. This place that you live is definitely... What are you chewing up now? Okay. I got a husky. She's a little demon. But it's just a weird thing, you know. You guys, you put all this shit on your YouTube channels, and then you expect the people in the city you live in to respect you. Why would they? You don't think they're watching your YouTube channels? If you honestly believe that the kids in the neighborhood and your neighbors don't know what you're saying about the neighbors and the kids, you have got another thing coming. I have neighbors next door to me here in the provinces. They watch my videos. How do I know? Periodically, they'll say something to me about, how do you know that? It came from my video. You know, like I shoot rats at night with my pellet guns. And one day, one of the kids said, hey, I saw you got that rat last night. Uh-huh. He couldn't see me do it because I got fences around my property. But I had it on video. He watched the video. So if you guys really think that, you know, you can talk bad about the police, talk bad about your neighbors, talk bad about the stores, talk bad about the neighborhood, the streets, whatever, you get what you get. You know, I've said this before to you, you crazy guys. You get what you get. Living in the Philippines is simple. Living in the Philippines is easy. It's cheap. I don't believe you can live here on $500 a month, but I think you can live here on $1,000 or $1,500. You may not live like a king, but you're gonna live fine. You are. And the channel I was watching this morning was talking about he's gonna do a video on the Xpats. I can only imagine what that is. That's you screwball American foreigners from wherever coming to the Philippines just to have sex with the young girls. Tell you what, you don't want to run into me when I think you're doing shit like that because you get faced right down quick. That's not life here. It's not normal. It's not normal from some 65 or 70-year-old guy to be out doing a 23-year-old where the 23-year-old thinks this is a good thing because she's going to end up somewhere, and then you just fucking take off. Don't run into me, boys. You will be having a little bit of problem with that one. I'll face you right down in front of her. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you like me, you don't like me. I don't really care who likes me. I like me. That's the most important thing. But there are certain things that are just not good to do, and that happens to be one of them. They fly in. Hey, this isn't Thailand. Go to Thailand. You want to pull that? Thailand is set up for that. Here, they're family girls. They're families. They're young ladies. I mean, there's a few of them, if you go to Clark, that they're just little prostitutes, and that's cool. All you want. But you don't pick up a girl from the provinces and pretend something's going to happen with her, and then, like one of my friends did, actually. I chewed his ass out about it, too. Play with her for 2 or 3 weeks and then disappear and go to the States. So I'll be back in 6 months and then never come back. Stop talking to her while you're there. Yeah, that's just not the way it works, man. That's pathetic. And you Americans especially are really pathetic doing shit like that. I don't think they should even let you guys in the country when you're like that, personally. What do I know? Provinces are nice, though. It's really peaceful here. I don't know if you can hear the background. No chickens. No dogs, no pounding, no anything. And I got neighbors all the way, 3/4 of the way around me, I've got neighbors. It's quiet. It's peaceful. You guys that live up in I'm going to say Doomageddon because that's really the only place I see you guys blogging from. Every time there's somebody on there, he's walking around, the dogs are barking, and the people are, excuse me, so it's just always something. It's just stupid. Why would you move away from, I say this again, move away from where you were that you didn't like and move here into a city that's exactly like where you moved from? There is absolutely no logic to that, guys. It's stupid. So, hey, subscribe to my channel. I got a couple new subscribers in the last couple of videos. I'm pretty cool. Um, and, well, don't just look at these videos. I've got a lot of videos you guys can check out that go back about 20 years on YouTube. Take a look. Hunting videos from Arkansas, sailing videos that show whales. I think you can get into them from here. Just do a little digging. If you like whales, I got some beautiful whale photographs of my snakes. And in the next day or so, we're going to play snake bite. You guys will be interested in watching that one. I'll give you a heads up. Probably going to be tomorrow in the afternoon here, which will be the middle of the night there. But snake bite is where we take a tray that's about 18 inches wide by 3 feet long by about 6 inches deep. We put one of my mean pythons in the middle. And then we reach in, you put your hand at each end, one guy on each end, like that and like that. And the idea is touch the python. Now, he's going to bite you. We already know. The one that doesn't jump doesn't have to drink the shot. You jump, you drink. You jump, you drink. You play, you drink 3 or 4 shots, and you quit. You get the winner of that group, you get another guy going. It's a fun game. Most people in the United States would be freaking out. Oh, python, oh. I don't care. She's mean. We're trying to calm her down a little. We're trying to get her used to being touched. And she's little. Her teeth are only 32nd of an inch long or something. So it does kind of break the skin. I don't know. I got bit last night. Nothing. But reticulated pythons, they're always butt heads. My ball pythons are just sweet like little babies. But the reticulated ones, they are just little assholes. So anyway, guys, I just really wanted to say that about you characters that, you put out all this bullshit about what you say the Philippines is like, and it's not even true. Oh, the cops won't listen to you. They take everybody else's side. Baloney. Baloney. Everything is in the provinces. Now, I'm not saying where you are, but in the provinces, they watch out for us because we spend a lot of money here. Honestly, we spend loads and loads of cash building our houses, buying stuff, new cars, new motorcycles in the grocery stores. My wife doesn't ever go to the grocery store without spending a couple $100. The Filipinos go, they spend, 20 pesos. 1,000 pesos or 2,000 pesos. We spend, 200-300 at a time. So they kind of watch out for us, which is great. I've been all over the world, and that's why I chose to live here. You hear that grinder? That's my worker. We're remodeling the kitchen and the bathroom, and he's cutting tile right now. But like I said, there's no other sounds in this neighborhood other than me making that noise. And we got maybe 2 more days to go, and we're finished with it finally. It's been a 2-week process doing the kitchen and the bathroom. All new tile, just turned out really nice, real pretty. Do you want some water, Kill? My puppy wants some water. And they're smart. You can see she's got her nose in the sink. She's all into, Dad, water, please. I have a jacuzzi over here she drinks out of normally. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. My videos aren't the norm. I don't want them to be the norm, or I would be somebody else. Also, Charlie Kirk, I want to mention this. I saw he got murdered yesterday. It was a sad day. What he stood for and what he did on an everyday basis was so commendable and so respectable that I feel sorry for his family. And our prayers go out to him. It upset me a lot. I never met the guy. I watched a lot of his videos, but it still upset me. It upset me because of what happened to him, along with why did it happen? They don't even know. Just some kook in the U.S. When I was a kid, my dad used to brag to me, and my brothers, my family, that the United States was the only country in the world that never had a terrorist act. In the 70s and early 80s, and the 80s. I remember him saying, you should be happy with the place you live because the United States has never to this day had any act of terrorism, domestic or foreign, on its ground. That was just in the 70s. And now look at us. The United States is a shithole. I don't want to live there. I won't live there. I won't let my family. I told my wife before I married her, you'll never go to the United States if you marry me. Never. I'll never take it. I'll take it to Europe. I'll take it to Thailand, Taiwan, anywhere in Asia. Anywhere you want to go, but I'm not going to go back. I won't go back myself. So, anyway, to the family of Charlie Kirk, you have our prayers. And with that note, goodbye.
And you, fat dog, fat dog, fat.